This is an overview of the rough plumbing for the Jordan Ag Research Center. Considering the vastness of the scope of work entailed in the plumbing of a laboratory facility, the plumbing has been condensed into a few main components: wastewater, ventilation, cold water, hot water, natural gas in a few key areas of each floor. Other piping such as pumped waste, storm drain, 140-degree hot water, and ice water have been placed under these main subcategories for estimation and scheduling purposes. All specialty piping to the lab rooms has been neglected in the range of scope for this course. Some piping such as compressed air, acid vents, and acid waste have also been included in the subcategories mentioned previously, but are not considered individually in the schedule or estimates. Estimates for piping length have been taken from their respective floor plan view. Those will be explained in the following slides. To estimate the piping diameter, the piping fixture schedule was used as a reference. As can be seen in the highlighted portion, the columns waste, ventilation, cold water, and hot water show the rough size-in diameter in inches. The cost of plumbing piping was then found as a function of diameter, length, and time per linear foot of piping installed. Considering the complexity of the equipment required in a laboratory facility, more simplifications have been made to this area. Looking at the plumbing equipment schedule, the main components considered for estimation and scheduling are the vacuum pump, air compressor, and gas water heaters. The men's and women's restrooms have not been considered in the rough plumbing estimate. This work will be considered in the finished plumbing estimate and schedule. Underground piping necessary for the successive floors has been highlighted in brown. Most of this pipe is waste and acid waste piping. It has been grouped into one summation of linear footage in the waste category. This piping is placed before the concrete slab is poured. The exposed piping must be protected and inspected before and after pouring. After crews have poured the floor slab and the slab has cured, steel members will begin to be installed. This process will continue until all 3 floors have been framed in steel. Decking and stair access will also be completed before any further plumbing can be done. During this part of the process, it is important to ensure that holes be placed in the floor slab where future piping will be run up and down each floor. Once the floor slab has cured, plumbing can begin again. The plumbing considered on the first floor can be seen highlighted in blue. These clusters include 1.5-inch cold water, 2-inch ventilation, 1-inch hot water, and acid waste. To each of these main outlets, 1 cold water, 1 ventilation, 1 hot water, and 1 waste has been taken to return back to the mechanical room. On the second floor, the same strategies have been implemented. The mechanical room marked with the large X is where the plumbing lines start. From there, cold water, hot water, waste, and ventilation are run to each room. On the first floor, there are 6 outlets running from the mechanical room. The pipes to each room have been categorized as 2 cold water, 2 hot water, 1 ventilation, and 1 wastewater. The third and final floor with major rough plumbing requirements has been broken up into 8 major outlets, leaving the mechanical room. Each of these 8 rooms will receive 2 hot water, 2 cold water, a ventilation, and an acid waste pipe from the mechanical room. Penthouse has some plumbing requirements highlighted in brown, but are considered minor and are mostly for fire sprinklers. These will not be considered.